Hello, good morning once again. This is Manish Saraf, and on behalf of Universal Tutorials, I welcome you to this Sunday webinar. Thank you for joining us today, this morning. Now, before I begin, this particular webinar, there were some basic announcements that were done by my colleague, Mr. Nilesh. So I hope uh, that all those announcements are clear to you. So thank you, Nandini madam, for keeping your video on. I'll request other participants also that I'm sure bandwidth is not an issue anymore. So if you can keep your video in an on mode. Thank you, Nikita. This always helps because, when we are making these such interactions, and we are not AI generated uh, for good, so it always helps us if we can see real people eye to eye, though ये virtual eye contact hai. But when we see young faces, when we see parents, so that gives us enough energy to carry on and keep the motivation level high. Thank you, I guess, Mrs. Bindu. So thank you for this. I'll also request others if your environment permits. If not, try and get to an environment where you can keep your video in an on mode. It's a sincere request. It really helps us as speakers. So आप वो करें. Also keep your screen name as your real name. That way we'll be able to address you properly, and my team can also keep track of the attendance part. So on that note, let us start with this all important topic. And we have called this webinar as I'm sharing my screen with you. So we have called it Excelling in Board Exams and what do you do to excel in board exams. So we'll talk all about this. And speaker for today would be myself and our managing director, Anubhav sir. He is also in the webinar today. So both of us would take this topic turn by turn. So I'll start, and at some midpoint, I'll hand it over to Anubhav sir, where he'll carry it on and then finish it. So while we do this talk, uh, it would be nice if you can make your own notes, have a paper and a pen ready, because we'll be sharing some email IDs, some contact numbers, and some methods where you can obtain the entire talks PPT in a PDF format. आप अपने personal copy request कर सकते हो. So you could write them down, and you can also write down your queries, because we'll have an open house where towards the end you can ask us questions, share your feedback. So there are a lot of things that you can do. So once again, let me welcome you and let me start with this webinar. We should take something like 40 minutes or so to complete our talk, and then we'll go into open house. So what is this concept at UT? At Universal Tutorials, we have this practice since COVID, I would say, where we do Sunday webinars and we do these value-added lectures, workshops for benefit of students and parents, so that we make them aware, spread information. It helps them take some informed decisions. आप अभी जिस stage पे हैं, either in your 9th or 10th or 12th, it is very important that you are informed, because you will face many questions, and आपको अभी कुछ important questions को answer भी करना हो सकता है. So with all that idea, we create these webinars. This is 10th in the series this year. Starting January, and we do it on various topics: study abroad, management, board exams like one we have today, commerce and CA and various careers. So keep watching our Facebook page, Instagram page. We come up with the notifications for such value-added workshops and webinars. So yeah, हमको Facebook पे follow कीजिए, so that you are aware and you don't miss any of our webinars. What is that we are going to cover today? So we have a very defined agenda, and we'll talk about possibly about UT, something that Anubhav sir will talk about. We'll start with some understanding some important pain points, challenges that board exam students face. We'll talk about some unique needs that you people have in terms of all your engagements, और आपकी कुछ unique needs हैं, उनको identify करेंगे. Then Anubhav sir will help you understand what are the solution to your pain points and challenges that you are facing. how we can fit in, where is that we can help you, and in the overall scheme, what are some data backed evidence where data shows कि अगर आप एक defined path, एक structured program करोगे तो क्या improvement आ सकता है. We will come up with such data, and towards end we will come to an open house where we'll be happy to take your questions and queries. चलिए, so on this note, and before we start, it would help us to know the composition of audience today. So we'll run a Zoom poll. Poll आएगा आपके screen पे. You have to mark various options. In case you are in current 9, you mark it as A. You choose A. If you are in current 10th, do that. When I say current, आपके मार्च में एग्जाम खत्म हो गए हैं. अब मार्च के बाद जो आपका स्टेटस है, you have moved to 9th, moved to 10th, coming to 11th or coming to 12th, you should pick accordingly. So poll on your screen, please pick one option that is most relevant to you. Select your current standard. Which class are you in right now? नीले सर, आप ऑडियंस को प्रॉम्प्ट कीजिएगा as you conduct this poll.
Yeah, please give the poll. It is open. Please select the right year which you are in. Okay, so 2 more seconds.
English, that's good enough.
No, actually, nobody answered.
Okay.
Are we seeing the results now?
No, nobody given the poll.
नहीं sir.
Nobody answered.
They have.
They have, so I am not able to see it. I don't know why.
आप share result किया है सर आपने?
हाँ, अभी share result किया, but
हो गया है सर. Share हो
आपको
गया.
दिख रहा है?
मैंने किया है सर.
Keep the screen. So as we see, there are close to 12% in 9. Half of the audience is in 10 standard, and I think close to half, other half is in 12 standard. तो मतलब अगर मैं वैसे देखूं, तो I'm talking about 90% student would be facing their board exams, Anubhav sir, in March 25.
Yes, that's the target audience which we have.
और एकदम relevant target audience है, तो you will find it lot of things where you will be able to connect. जो हमारे young friends 9th में हैं, you will face the same stuff. You will be facing that stuff in 26. और अभी आपके लिए again आप थोड़ा pre-preparation कर सकते हो. So fantastic. This is a good composition. Let me go ahead. So my first topic today. Before we start, generally अगर आप देखेंगे, we can categorize students on 3 fronts. तो ये 3 तरह के बच्चे हो सकते हैं with respect to their board exam तैयारी. The way you are preparing for board exam, the way you will be facing board exam, broadly we can classify students in 3 categories. You see which category do you belong to. Generally ये 3 category हो सकती हैं. And this is not about good and bad. This is about how and what you are doing. So for example, the first category of student could be, we have called them high drivers. ये वो बच्चे हैं जो 10th, 12th में भी हैं, 9th में भी हैं, and they are doing self-study. They are not going for any evening classes, tuitions, home coaching. They are doing their self-study. इनको शायद बोलना नहीं पड़ता है. पेरेंट्स के लिए ये छोटा सा वरी कम हो जाता है जहाँ पे उनको प्रॉड करना है या प्रॉम्प्ट करना है. These kids are doing their self study in a very disciplined way. खुद पढ़ रहे हैं, स्कूल जा रहे हैं. So we call them high drivers. This is the second category of students. Again, ये कुछ अच्छी और बुरी बात नहीं है. ये आप क्या कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर डिपेंड है. Help seekers who are going to small tuition classes, home tuitioning, or parents are helping these kids with their studies. वो उनको मैथ, साइंस, इंग्लिश, हिंदी कुछ सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहे हैं, कुछ सब्जेक्ट वो कहीं पढ़ने जा रहे हैं, and they are seeking some help. We have called them help seekers. There is a third category of student who are engaged in some activities. Could be sports, cricket खेल रहे हैं, football खेल रहे हैं, taekwondo कर रहे हैं, national level, international level, state level, or are into some competitive exam preparation like IIT की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, NEET, medical, CA, CPT, law, you're preparing and you are engaged somewhere, either in some activities or you are preparing for some competitive exams. There could be slight overlap between them, but you belong to one of these three categories for sure. So having understood कि आप इन कौन सी एक कैटेगरी को ज्यादा बिलोंग करते हो, you will have your own set of pain points and challenges and you will have unique solutions to them. तो पहले मैं पेन पॉइंट और चैलेंजेस पे बात करूंगा, फिर अनुभव सर इसको मैप करेंगे टू व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस यू कैन लुक फॉर और आप कैसे अपने चैलेंजेस को ओवरकम कर सकते हैं. तो इफ यू आर वन ऑफ दीज कैटेगरीज then there are following challenges that you're facing. तो मैं कोई नई बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ये वो चीजें मैं प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ जो आप ऑलरेडी फेस कर रहे हैं and you will be able to identify with them. So what are the kind of challenges you face? So overall, everybody out here has one common objective जिसके अराउंड ये चैलेंज है, to score higher marks, to score good marks, to increase your marks, to exceed your potential. So everything is around those.
It's a sharp shooting sensation, so I just get ignored.
I will request audience to keep their audio in muted mode and video in on mode. That helps us. तो आपका जो challenge है वो सब marks के around है. So if we have to increase our marks, there are certain pain points in doing so. Let me take one by one. Not getting enough practice. So you could be studying at home, your parents may be conducting your classes, you could be going to tuition, doing self-study, but there is not enough practice that is happening with respect to problem solving, with respect to questions, with respect to some tests that being taken. तो ज़्यादा writing practice नहीं हो रही है, पढ़ तो बहुत रहे हैं. दूसरा pain point क्या है? You are engaged in activities, swimming classes, competitive classes, foundation classes, Olympiad classes. You could be a national level player and you could be traveling. So you are engaged in other non-academic, non-school activities and that is consuming your time. You could be preparing for IIT and NEET, but there is no board focus because जो बच्चे 12th में हैं, अगर आप IIT JEE की तैयारी कर रहे हो, अगर आप मेडिकल की तैयारी कर रहे हो, approach to those exams is little bit different from how you approach board exam. Board exam subjective होता है, IIT NEET objective होता है. तो क्योंकि approach अलग है, you are losing on your board focus. And you know, board exam का importance बढ़ता जा रहा है. 75% minimum marks लाना जरूरी है in 12th. अगर एडवांस देना है, बिट्स पिलानी में जाना है, दूसरे अच्छे कॉलेजेस में जाना है, CUET देना है तो बोर्ड का मार्क्स काउंट होगा, IIM के एग्जाम देने हैं तो बोर्ड के मार्क्स काउंट होंगे एंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग दैट बोर्ड फोकस. ये एक आपका पेन पॉइंट हो सकता है. यू आर गोइंग टू क्लासेस, होम ट्यूशंस कर रहे हो, स्मॉल ट्यूशंस पे जा रहे हो, क्लासेस रेगुलरली हो रही हैं, but those classes may not have a defined structure to tell you what you are missing in terms of testing. So that could be a big pain point. आपके घर के पास है तो आपने उसको चूज कर लिया, but कोई defined structure नहीं है where they can take you through to understand and evaluate your learning. समझ में सब कुछ आ रहा है, but you are making silly mistakes and losing marks. कुछ कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक हो रही है, कहीं यूनिट लगाना भूल रहे हैं, की वर्ड्स की फ्रेजेस भूल जाते हैं and you mess up the whole thing. Silly mistakes and you're losing some important marks. Exam anxiety है, very common pain point. पढ़ने में सब कुछ आता है, बच्चे को बैठा के ओरली पूछो वो सब कुछ बता देता है, जैसे ही पेपर लिखने बैठाया, प्रैक्टिस करने बैठाया, पसीने छूट जाते हैं. There is exam anxiety. क्लास टेस्ट में परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाता है बच्चा. And आप PTM में जाते हैं, टीचर बोलती है करता तो बहुत अच्छा है, मालूम नहीं लिख क्यों नहीं पाता है. There could be lot of exam anxiety. There could be a pain. This is again a pain point. आए दिन कुछ ना कुछ पढ़ते रहते हैं हम न्यूज़पेपर में, और क्या हम रेडी हैं? अगर वो क्रेडिट सिस्टम हो गया तो, अगर 2 बोर्ड एग्जाम हो गए तो, आर वी रेडी फॉर सच काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न चेंज? बिकॉज हम जहां पढ़ने जा रहे हैं those guys are saying if things happen, tab ka tab dekhenge. So you are not sure. This is a big pain point in hurdle in improving your marks. पढ़ भी रहे हैं, शायद टेस्ट भी दे रहे हैं, बट ग्रे एरिया आइडेंटिफिकेशन नहीं हो रहा है, कोई फीडबैक नहीं मिल रहा है. फीडबैक मिल रहा है तो बच्चे को मिल रहा है, पेरेंट्स को कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है, और अगर पता भी चल रहा है तो कोई रेमेडी या रिकॉर्ड्स पता नहीं चल रही है. So there is no solid feedback mechanism on what needs to be improved. These are big 8 pain points or challenges when it comes to improving your scoring and learning. तो अगर ये मेरे पेन पॉइंट्स हैं तो व्हाट इज माय रियल नीड. तो अगर आप बोर्ड एग्जाम में हैं तो आपकी ये नीड्स है. दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड गाइस. So your need is defined in 5 ways. So you need something where there is a regular structured practice. You do a lesson and then you practice a lesson and you test that lesson. You need something like that. You need an efficient tool to excel in board exam, which is board exam focused, because there is so much little time you have. Because आप एक्टिविटीज में हैं, बिकॉज आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में हैं, और वो फोकस कम नहीं कर सकते. वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट. आपकी नीड ये है कि बिना वो फोकस को डाइल्यूट किए, बिना आपकी दूसरी एक्टिविटीज को हैम्पर किए, क्या कम टाइम में कोई एक ऐसा टूल हो सकता है जो आपको बोर्ड के लिए तैयार करा दे. दिस इज योर सेकेंड नीड. योर थर्ड नीड इज टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट आई नो एंड व्हाट आई डोंट नो. आई थिंक ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, ये जानना कि मुझे कितना आता है और मुझे क्या नहीं आता है. बिकॉज द मोमेंट आई रियलाइज बिफोर बोर्ड एग्जाम्स व्हाट आई डोंट नो, I can work upon it. I can have a plan to tackle it and face it. अगर बोर्ड एग्जाम वाले दिन ये पता चलता है कि आपको क्या आता है और क्या नहीं आता है, you are late, right? So your need is, if in some way you can identify and focus on your gray areas. क्या आता है, क्या नहीं आता. Your second need is to get a regular feedback. ये फीडबैक दिसंबर में नहीं मिलना चाहिए, ये फीडबैक अभी से मिलना चालू होना चाहिए, जो आपके प्री बोर्ड और बोर्ड के पहले तक मिलना चाहिए, ऑन हेल्पिंग यू इम्प्रूव. 5 पॉइंट्स, 10 पॉइंट्स, 50 पॉइंट्स, वो एक अलग बात है, बट इट शुड गिव यू अ रेगुलर फीडबैक सो दैट यू कैन इम्प्रूव चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर, कॉन्सेप्ट बाय कॉन्सेप्ट एंड ओवरऑल. एंड लास्टली, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इट शुड गिव यू लॉट ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. अगर बोर्ड एग्जाम की तैयारी करनी है तो कुछ ऐसी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हो दैट यू कैन improve when you want. सैटरडे संडे को ही करना है काम, वेयर आई वांट, घर से करना है, ऑफिस से करना है. अब हम तो ऑफिस जा नहीं रहे हैं, तो क्या क्लासरूम पे आके करना है, कहाँ से करना है, ये वेकेशन पे गए हैं तब कुछ करना है. सो वेयर आई वांट, व्हेन आई वांट एंड व्हाट आई वांट. I am ready with chapter 8. Let me practice on chapter 8. Give me feedback on chapter 8. Tell me what I don't know on chapter 8. मुझे सीरियल ही नहीं जाना है. Can something be done like that? This is your need. तो ये 5 आपकी नीड है. रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस मिल जाए, एक ऐसा टूल हो जो बिना दूसरी चीजों में कॉम्प्रोमाइज किए आपको लिटिल टाइम में एफिशिएंटली तैयार करता जाए. थर्ड, आपके ग्रे एरियाज को आइडेंटिफाई करे. फोर्थ, आपको फीडबैक मिले. एंड फिफ्थ, ये पूरी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी आपके हाथ में हो. You have control of deciding what you want to test, practice, identify, and accordingly you want to improve. So with all these needs, let me now invite Anubhav sir to take us through to understand कि अगर मेरे challenges ये हैं, मेरी need ये है, what are various ways in which you can tackle. Sir, all yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manish sir. So I will share my PPT from here onwards. Please allow me. Okay. Is everybody able to see this? Okay, thank you, Manish ji. So as Manish ji has identified, this is the most popular product which UT has developed over a period of 25 plus years, which is UT's test series product, which is making sure that all these needs are identified. So very quickly, first for people who are new to universal tutorials, what is about UT? About UT, well, UT started about 25 years back. So we've completed 25 plus successful years. In this duration, we've coached 35,000 plus students. So we've touched lives of 35,000 students. ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब मैं बच्चों को मिलता हूँ तो अब उनकी सेकेंड जनरेशन आ गई है where we have kids who have passed out और उनके बच्चों को हम पढ़ा रहे हैं. So we have 6 branches in Navi Mumbai, plus we are through the online, we are present all India, and we have students joining us in this product all across the country. So that's our pan-India online presence. We essentially cater to 3 broad areas: board exams, Indian exams, and study abroad. Aaj ka today's section, we are focusing on the board exam section, and in the board exam, we do coaching for standard 9-10 CBSE ICSE and 11-12 science and commerce, and test series for both 9, 10th and 12th, either with doubt solving or without doubt solving. So today we are focusing on the second part, which is the test series part, which is focusing board exam. So let's understand this. So this is the UT test series UDAN solution. इसमें कैसे हम टेस्ट करते हैं is what we are trying to say, and how do we identify those needs we've already identified. उन needs को हम कैसे cater करते हैं is what is you will go in the. So what is this test series? एक तो test series में it only consists of tests. There is no coaching involved. It is only test, test, test. पढ़ आप अपने आप रहे हो. जैसे सर ने आइडेंटिफाई करा, you are 3 different kinds of students. You are a self-study student, or you are going to tuition with somebody, or essentially in दोनों तीनों में primarily what's happening is you are saying कि पढ़ तो मैं लूंगा, devise an independent testing platform. So that's what we've devised. So हमारा ये independent testing platform है, and इसके क्या components हैं? This product के primarily these are the following components. We've divided the entire syllabus into CTs, chapter wise tests. So एक subject लिया maths, and उसके जितने chapters हैं हमने उसको subject wise तोड़ दिया. These are called chapter wise tests. To give you an idea कि ये क्या है वो chapter wise tests, let me just share a booklet with you which you will get. So ये मेरी 10 CBSE की booklet है. So do you see over here? These are the chapter wise tests. 10 CBSE में कितने total chapters हैं? These are the chapters. 14 chapters हैं. Each chapter is given a code. M1 to M15 marks, and आधे घंटे के test. Similarly, science में है. And it's given a code science S1 to S14. अलग-अलग chapters हैं, chemistry, bio, physics के. These are mapped with your textbook. Similarly, social studies, English, communicative English, the various subjects, Hindi, सब में ऐसे chapter wise test. So what we've done is सारे topics जो हैं, उन topics को हमने इधर, and we've codified each of these topic wise tests. ये मैंने 10 CBSE का बताया. Same way I have it for all of them. 9th CBSE है, 10th ICSE है, 12th CBSE. So if I can take you through the 12th CBSE booklet, the 12th CBSE booklet has the same thing. This is where maths, there are about 13 chapters, each one of them applied mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology. Then you have the accounts, English, economics, accounts, business study, because we do science and commerce. So everything like this, when you join with us, you will be able to see all of these things for. So we've seen the first part, the CTs part. Now, please reserve your questions. I would request that आपके कुछ questions हो तो लिख के रखिएगा. During the Q&A, we'll be able to answer this question. So the first component is chapter-wise tests. When does this chapter-wise tests happen? They happen from April to November. Hold on to कि ये कैसे होते हैं वो सब आ रहा है एक-एक करके. Allow me to speak one by one. So chapter wise tests are happening from April to November. They are codified into topic-wise, subject-wise, topic-wise. Next, we have MTs. MTs are full pattern board mock tests. MTs mock tests. ये कब होते हैं? One in November, one in December, one in January, one in February. So like this, 4 tests in 4 months. The entire portion gets completed. So they happen in November, December, January, February. Like these are the 4 mock tests. Now, after every test, what you get is you get a model answer paper. ये अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा लर्निंग प्रोसेस है. मॉडल आंसर पेपर इज जैसे आप टेस्ट लिखते हो एंड उस टेस्ट में यू नो सर्टन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स मालूम है, कुछ के नहीं मालूम. जिनके मालूम है ठीक है, नहीं मालूम है दैट टाइम यू आर वेरी क्यूरियस, और यार क्या होना चाहिए था. सो इमीडिएटली यू गेट अ प्रिंटेड मॉडल आंसर पेपर. So if you are enrolled with us at any of our physical classroom centers, you're coming to our physical classrooms, you get a printed model answer. If you are not enrolled in physical, you are doing it online. Online जैसे ही आप टेस्ट खत्म करते हो, you get it on your screen. Online copy मिल जाती है पूरी की पूरी कि इस क्वेश्चन का क्या आंसर होना चाहिए. तो I think that's the most interesting part, क्योंकि अपन बहुत क्यूरियस होते हैं. अच्छा इसका ये आंसर होना चाहिए. Okay, that's a learning process. So that's the third component. And then within 5 working days, we turn around and correct your subjective copy. We एक physical teacher who the entire team of UT sits at UT Kharghar, and we have maths tutors, physics, chemistry, biology, अलग-अलग subject के एक team of paper correctors हैं. These are the board paper correctors जो board में officially paper correct करते हैं. So these are the team which is the ones who are correcting papers in both the board exams. They sit at UT Kharghar office and they correct your copy. Either do it online or physical. If you've written physical, they correct it physical. If you've written online, they correct it online. Then there is doubt solving. Doubt solving is again done online, where जैसे अभी अपन मिल रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं Zoom पे, on a one-on-one basis. Doubt solving is on a one-on-one basis. You are given a Sunday slot, you book a slot with a physics teacher, with a chemistry teacher, with a biology teacher, and say, okay, मैंने ये टेस्ट लिखा था, इसमें मेरे को ये कम नंबर क्यों आए? Where did I lose marks? What is the mistake that I did? So you could go and talk to the teacher. That's the doubt solving thing which is happening. Doubt solving is available for grade 10, but not available for the 12 standards. 12 standard is without doubt solving. They only write tests and see the model answer. But 10 standards have with or without doubt solving product option. So these are the 5 main product components of the Udan test series. अब the most important thing जो सर ने बोला, जो सबकी सबसे बड़ी नीड है, कि does Udan offer flexibility? Flexibility is कि मेरे को जब चाहिए, सर ने एक फ्रेज लिखा था नीड में, I can write it when I want, where I want, what I want. ये 3 चीजें सर ने बोली थी कि so do we cater to that need? So UT Udan is a very powerful product, and it actually allows you to do all those 3 things. So we at UT offer you flexibility. तीनों तरह की flexibility देते हैं. You could take a flexibility of the place. आप अपने घर के convenience से टेस्ट लिख सकते हैं, या क्लास पे आके टेस्ट लिख सकते हैं. If you are based out of Navi Mumbai, you could do it at any point of time. किसी भी टाइम पे लिख सकते हैं, 24/7 कहीं पे भी लिख सकते हैं. टॉपिक सब्जेक्ट ऑफ योर चॉइस, आपकी जो मर्जी है वो लिख सकते हैं. नाउ ये कैसे होता है मैं एक एक करके बताता हूँ. सबसे पहले, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच हैज बीन मेड पॉसिबल बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड ने जो हमको, वी हैव क्रिएटेड अ वेरी पावरफुल ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म कॉल्ड एज UT Udan, and this platform enables us to offer this flexibility. कि आपको लगता है रात को 2 बजे आपको एक टेस्ट लिखना है, आप हमारे उड़ान प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाइए. You've been given a user ID password. उस user ID password से आप अपना पेज खोलिए. You will have all these series of tests, सारे टेस्ट, वो जो मैंने कोड बताए, M1 to M14, S1 to S12, सारे टेस्ट आपको आपके जो आपने एनरोल करे वो सब दिख जाएंगे. आप, you think you are ready with, today you are ready with trigonometry, and that is M3. Click M3, the test would start. Half an hour, write the test, upload your answer copy paper, and you're done. So it's online. whatever test you want, that will open at that point of time. All tests are loaded in the computer at the upfront. साल भर से पहले सारे टेस्ट April to November, all of them are loaded as we speak. The test series is beginning today. So if you get enrolled today, all the chapters of math, science, social, English or physics, chemistry, accounts, whatever subjects you've enrolled, सारे टेस्ट आपको आज ओपन मिल जाएंगे. Now open मतलब आप टेस्ट पेपर देख नहीं सकते हो. आप जब टेस्ट चालू करोगे तो क्वेश्चन पेपर डिस्प्ले, and then you will be able to write it. So when you join in the program, you will orient you to the Udaan platform. That's if you are doing it at home yourself. अगर आप क्लास पे आ रहे हो तो let me share it. क्लास पे आ रहे हो तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, आपको ये एक ऐसा पूरा चार्ट बना के देते हैं. We give you कौन से टाइम. So 10 CBSE is given this time slot. ये today you can write 1 o'clock. If you can see this, today you can write at 1 o'clock. You can write this test. M1 would stand for, वो पीछे से अपन जाके कोड देखेंगे कौन सा टेस्ट लिख सकते हो. M2 कौन सा टेस्ट लिख सकते हो. S1 कौन सा टेस्ट लिख सकते हो. S2 कौन सा टेस्ट लिख सकते हो. यहाँ पे टाइम दिया हुआ है 1 to 1:30. टाइम दिया हुआ है 1:30 to 2 o'clock. ये पूरा आपको टाइम दिया हुआ है. Now this you can do it primarily. आप बोलोगे तो सर मेरे को M1 ही लिखना पड़ेगा. नहीं, in classroom also we've given a flexibility. आप क्लास के अंदर इन्विजिलेटर को कह सकते हो मेरे को M1 नहीं लिखना, give me M3. They will give you M3, no questions asked. Do you have to inform them in advance? No, you don't have to inform them. You walk into the UT center, tell them that you don't want to write M1, I have to write M3. They'll give you. But you cannot change the subject at physical center. Physical center mein you can change the topic but not the subject. So today if it's M1, then you can only write maths, all topics of maths. S1, all topics of science. So like this is the flexibility which is given to you in the ये जो मैंने flexibility समझाई, this flexibility is given to you which is in terms of place, in terms of time if you do it online, and in terms of subject choice, topic of it. So that makes it very very flexible. आप जैसे चाहो, आपके ट्यूशन टीचर ने जो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाया या टॉपिक पढ़ाया वो वाला टेस्ट आप ले लो. We will correct it and give it back to you. Now comes my next part. Is it effective? So statistically, are we hitting the bullseye? Statistically, these are the last year statistics, and this is how the marks have been improved. In the month of May, when they started, an average percentage of these students was around 70%, which moved to around 88% के आसपास, 88-89%. Now that's a class average which has moved about more than 25 percentage points a jump by May to January after attempting about 140 plus tests. क्योंकि हर एक सब्जेक्ट में 10-10, 12-12, 15-15 टेस्ट हैं, 5-6 सब्जेक्ट्स हैं. So they have attempted so many tests. Then we find children who have attempted these tests, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस इतनी इंप्रूव दिखी थी हमको as we went from May to March. From percentage 70 to upwards of 25% का जंप आया. Next, only mock test, that is in the month of November जो बच्चे लिखते हैं, mock test में भी ये जंप देखने को मिला था. So this increased by 20 percentage points. So these are statistical evidences of the performance of this test series. Now, why would this happen? What is the design basis of these? Design basis is very simple. ये क्यों होगा? I call it board exam is an exam of the known. Known मतलब हमें मालूम है कि क्या पूछने वाले हैं. सिलेबस मालूम है, 10 CBSE, 10th ICSE, 12 CBSE में सिलेबस मालूम है, डिफाइंड सिलेबस. क्वेश्चंस मालूम है, कहां से क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, टेक्स्ट बुक के पीछे से. डू दे रिपीट क्वेश्चंस इन प्रीवियस ईयर बोर्ड क्वेश्चंस? यस. दूसरा वो. तीसरा, फ्रॉम पॉपुलर रेफरेंस बुक्स, इधर से ही सवाल आते हैं. सो डेफिनेट सवाल. डू वी नो द पेपर पैटर्न? यस, इट्स डिस्प्लेड ऑन द वेबसाइट. सीबीएसई की वेबसाइट पे, आईसीएसई की वेबसाइट पे इट्स वेरी क्लियरली डिस्प्लेड कि कितने मार्क का क्वेश्चन आएगा, कहां से आएगा, कैसा आएगा. कंप्लीटली एवरीथिंग इज नोन. तो अगर हमको ये सब मालूम है, what we at UT have done is आपने जो हमारे साथ स्ट्रक्चर्ड टेस्ट सीरीज ज्वाइन करी फ्रॉम द मंथ ऑफ मई से लेकर फरवरी तक, वो जितने पॉसिबल क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं हमने वो सब आपके सीटीज और एमटीज में स्प्रेड कर, और अगर आप एक एक करके उनको लिख लोगे, मॉडल आंसर मिल जाएगा। तो आपकी रिटर्न प्रैक्टिस करवा दी हमने। अब आपने एक टेस्ट में गलती करी, फिर आपको मॉडल आंसर मिला, हाँ यार ये हुआ। नाउ इज देयर अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि ये क्वेश्चन वापस बोर्ड एग्जाम में रिपीट होएगा? यस, बहुत ज्यादा, क्योंकि इट्स एन एग्जाम ऑफ द नॉन। इट्स नॉट लाइक एन आईआईटी एग्जाम जहां पे उन्होंने पिछले सालों में कोई क्वेश्चंस रिपीट ही नहीं करे। जिंदगी में आगे चल के यू विल नॉट ऑलवेज राइट एन एग्जाम ऑफ द नॉन। बोर्ड एग्जाम इज एन एग्जाम ऑफ द नॉन। आईआईटी का एग्जाम सिलेबस मालूम है, बट डू दे रिपीट क्वेश्चंस? वेरी रेयरली, बहुत नहीं रिपीट करते। अभी वो मूवी आई थी 12th फेल, आगे जाके आप आईएएस का एग्जाम लिखो, आईएएस में दे डोंट इवन डिफाइन द सिलेबस, जनरल नॉलेज बोलते हैं, बट ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि भाई इंडिया यूएस रिलेशनशिप पूछेंगे या इंडिया रशिया पूछेंगे, कुछ भी पूछ सकते। सो उधर सिलेबस भी मालूम नहीं होता है। सो एग्जाम ऑफ द अननोन की स्ट्रैटेजी अलग है, बट एग्जाम ऑफ द नोन की स्ट्रैटेजी इज दिस डिजाइन। तो इस डिजाइन बेसिस से हमने ये टेस्ट सीरीज क्रिएट करी है। अगर आप सिर्फ संडे संडे ये टेस्ट लिख लोगे, हफ्ते में 1-2 दिन से, अभी से लेकर फरवरी तक, you keep writing these tests 1 to 2 hours. And our philosophy at UT is UT tests are not designed to tell you how much you know, they are designed to tell you how much you do not know. तो आपको जो नहीं आया वो मालूम पड़ गया, रिवाइज हो गया, and then you can get ready for your board exams. So with this I would leave you with one student testimonial. ये बच्चे ने हमारे साथ वेरी यूनिक, ही हैज, जो मैंने अभी बताया, इस बच्चे ने बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से समअप किया है। आई वांट टू लिसन टू व्हाट दिस चाइल्ड सेज। ही एक्सपीरियंस दिस प्रोडक्ट एंड ही रोट इट, एंड मैं चाहता हूं कि आप उसकी मुंह ज़बानी सुने व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू से। प्लीज लिसन।
of UT. On that day, my ninth report card came out. So my mother was telling that go जाओ attend करो UT. तो मैं बोला ये क्या बात हुई है, रिपोर्ट कार्ड आज ही आया, आज से पढ़ाना शुरू। फिर मैंने ठीक है जाओ। तो आई हैड नो चॉइस, क्योंकि मुझे घर के अंदर फिर लेते नहीं वो लोग। तो इस वजह से मैं जाके जब गया तो उन्होंने पहली बार शेड्यूल समझाया। 7:30 बजे से लेके तुम्हें 6 घंटा पढ़ाई होगी पूरा मई भर पूरा। ये सच में कितना पढ़ाओगे यार तुम लोग, ये वर्थ है या नहीं है? तो फिर ये सब चलता रहा, मतलब कि सुबह 7:30 बजे उठो, फिर सोचो कि यार क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं अपनी जिंदगी के साथ। जैसे मेरे जिंदगी का डूम्सडे आया, मैं डूम्सडे बोलना ही, डूम्स मंथ था पूरा, मतलब पूरा 1 महीने का बोर्ड एग्जाम था वो। आदमी पक जाता है लिखते लिखते, ये मैं एक्सेप्ट करना चाहता हूँ। तो फिर उसमें जब मैंने पहला पेपर अपना उठाया तो सोच रहा था, डर लग रहा था क्या करूं। जब पहला पेपर जब उठाया तो देखा यार ये सब तो आता है, क्योंकि मोस्टली जो क्वेश्चन थे वो टेस्ट सीरीज में हमारा कंप्लीट कर दिया था।
So this is how what he's trying to say, कि we've completed all questions in the test series. So with that, I come to an end to this seminar. Now, if you have more questions, you could note down this number, Mrs. Jyoti, 7718898822 or utnmjyoti@gmail.com. Fix an appointment, meet me or Manish, and decide and choose a program which you want, and you can enroll with us. If you want a PDF of this PPT, then again the same number. No, the number is 7710004690. Send a PDF, send a hi to this WhatsApp. You will get a PDF of this presentation. Now you can unmute and ask question answers. Please do that. So the number is there. You have this. Now you can unmute and ask your question answers. So there is a chat question. How many tests for each chapter? If in case student is not getting good score in the first test, then how to improve the score and retest? Yes, you could do a retest in the chapter. You would get a feedback. Teacher would give you a feedback. Radha Raj has asked a question, a detailed feedback saying कि कहाँ गलती करी है, कैसे improve करना है, that will come in your checked answer copy. Plus you will have the model answer on that day itself. So that will be an automatic feedback. So these are the two feedback mechanisms. How many tests for each chapter? Well, जितने chapters हैं, अगर एक subject में 10 हैं तो 10, एक subject में 15 हैं तो 15, social studies में करीब 25-24 chapters हैं तो करीब 24 tests हैं. Do CBSE 12 standard students also get feedback? Absolutely, they get a feedback. They don't have a live doubt solving. 10 standard gets a live doubt solving also. 12th, there is no one-to-one doubt solving, but feedback mechanism is absolute. More questions, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, hi, Radha from Bangalore. Okay, so I have another question. How many hours required weekly, like to complete this test series?
Ma'am, if weekly, if you given 1 hour a week from now, you are fine up to November.
But 1 hour means there are multiple subjects, right? Let's say 4 subjects.
So our plan is, if I'll show you this plan, this is our plan. So this is, allow me to share
Like
this.
for each subject 1 hour, or it is?
No.
I think one.
Let me share this with you. This is the 10th standard one. I'll share with you the 12th standard plan. So this is the 12th standard recommended plan. 1 to 2 hours per week may the entire thing happens. ये 12th standard के सारे chapter tests हैं. So you asked me, maths में 13, applied maths में 10, physics में 14, chemistry में 11, biology में 13, English में about 12, economics में 10, accountancy में 11, business studies में 12, and so on and so forth. Now ये मैडम देखिए ये plan है. We begin in 28th of April. So that is today. If you start today, you do 1 hour of testing. We are starting with English. Next Sunday, you may be doing only chemistry and biology, or depending upon which subject you've chosen. So on an average, 1 hour a week agar aap karenge, and if you go as per our recommended plan, you would complete very easily by November. And the entire सारे chapters के सारे topics complete हो जाएंगे November में. And then you begin mock tests, which is month of November, 1 set of tests, month of December, second set of tests. So this is November is 1 set, December is 2nd set, January is 3rd set, and February is 4th set. So like this, we complete the entire board from April to December, February, we complete the entire thing.
Okay. So one test can be given multiple attempts?
Yes, you could do that. Multiple attempts you could do, you will get, you could do that. But मैं बच्चों को कहता हूँ, I tell them that rather than trying to do one chapter multiple times, वो हम better रहेगा आप पहला सब कुछ खत्म करें and then start with multiple attempts. So that would be a better strategy. But आप अगर एक ही chapter के 2-3 टेस्ट लिखना चाहते हैं वो भी कर सकते हैं. Our system allows that.
And in your system, questions and answers will be available throughout the year, or?
Yes, they'll be available throughout the year. So they will be available once you've written, it will be available as a seen one. If you've not taken it, they'll be as non-seen. Once you take it, they'll be available as seen. Any more questions?
Hi, this is Bindu from Bangalore.
Yes.
So my question is, like, you have already defined certain slots for each test, right? So the student, if he's unable to do that in that slot, still he can attempt at a later point of time also, or do they have to stick on to that slot itself?
No, Bindu, you've not understood these slot things. That slot is only a recommended plan if you're doing physical testing at our physical center.
Okay, fine.
But if you are doing it at home, then there is no meaning of the slot. you could actually do whatever you want.
Okay.
Am I clear on that?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes,
excuse
ma'am.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please ask your question. Who is this, Kumud? Please ask your question.
I want to ask a question. Sir, can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So apart from the textbooks, students are inundated with so many help books, volumes, exemplars. So how much of which book should the child should concentrate on? Like, can you answer?
The child should concentrate first on the textbook, only
Yeah.
on the textbook, and we also provide study material for standard 10th standard, and for 12th what we provide is the previous year board question. So if you ask me, see 12th standard we do not recommend that they should look into multiple things. मैं एक एक करके आंसर करता हूँ. 10th standard it is NCERT textbook and previous year board question. That's it. These are the only two things for 10th standard, and our volume which covers everything of these two only. So that's for 10th standard. For 12th standard we only recommend to do NCERT textbook, nothing else, because you're already doing so many things, so need not go anywhere, only NCERT textbook. That's for 12th standard.
For especially for science, there are exemplars and S-Chand and all those books are very good actually. So when should they start working on that? After during the mock test time, they can go answer those questions. Is it that way? It is helpful for them?
No, all of it is covered in the UT volume. So a UT volume includes everything. So they need not go through that. If they have carried the UT volume covers all of that. So that's what we would recommend.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
More questions? Sir, we are done with this. So I will again share this once more.
Hello.
So this is the screen to call up Mrs. Jyoti. Her number is 7718898822. You can meet us and enroll. So I repeat the number 7718898822. You can take an appointment and meet me or Manish for more questions. Or if you want a PDF of this PPT, send a hi to 7710004690. Thank you.